to this week's Spotlight webinar. I'm your host, Amanda, and this webinar is kindly sponsored by Proboxx. Proboxx is your all-in-one digital logistics platform built for Amazon and e-com sellers, designed to optimize efficiency, growth, and an optimal, superior user experience, all provided to you in your own personalized digital portal, available to you 24/7. And this week's Spotlight topic is on simplifying your FBA shipments. And with us to share his wisdom on inventory planning is Abe Werzberger. He is head of sales of Nineyard, and he's had many, many years of experience in inventory forecasting. So welcome, Abe. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. How about you?
I'm good, good. Thanks for being here. I know it's later in the day for you over in America. Now, tell us, Abe, a little bit more about what Nineyard actually does.
Right. So Nineyard has a series of softwares for to simplify e-commerce experience for FBA sellers, not just FBA, also other marketplaces. So we have a couple of different modules, and you can choose, a seller can choose to have one of them or all of them. It starts with the Shipyard for creating and managing FBA shipments, which we'll go into detail in a second. Then we have Planard for inventory management and forecasting. And most recently, we launched Nineyard, which is going to be our analytics tool for all kinds of different reporting. Since you mentioned how we're going to simplify shipments, so let's talk about Shipyard for a second. I'm going to share my screen and show some more of what we do. But most people know Shipyard for its ability to consolidate FBA shipments into one fulfillment center. So a big pain point for a lot of Amazon sellers is that Amazon will have you split your shipments between multiple fulfillment centers, and that ends up costing a lot for your own shipping to send it to Amazon. So with Shipyard, you have the ability to consolidate everything into a single fulfillment center. Now, but aside from that, Shipyard it brings a beautiful user interface and completely replaces the interaction that you have to have with Amazon when it comes to creating shipments. And you can actually create your entire shipment from beginning to end without even touching Amazon Seller Central.
Right.
It starts with replenish suggestions, where let me actually share my screen so you can see what we're talking about. So where is it? Right. So once you integrate the Amazon account with Nineyard, your SKUs will all pull in here, and we start with giving you replenish suggestions based on your general velocity. General velocity is how much you sell on a given day, which can obviously be made up of different time frames. So averages are always different when you look at different time frames, and you can have your general velocity be based on any combination of time frames. Based on your general velocity and the target stock days that you enter, we are going to give you a suggestion how much to send in to fill that need. So in here, it shows 35 stock days. Okay, so to meet 35 stock days, you should be sending in 647 units of this first item. You can even see a breakdown here on the side panel. Why are we telling you to send 573? So you can obviously see how much you have in inventory on Amazon. You can see some other sales data, and most recently we added some very valuable cost and profit details. So we have all your FBA fees, referral fees, and estimated profits, ACOS, and also overstock data. So based on if you have over 90 days, over 180 days, and so on. The replenish suggestions can be rounded based on your cases. So we can have it rounded up. So let me demonstrate a shipment plan. The reason it turns red is because there is not sufficient local stock to cover for the shipment. And if you have Planard for inventory, it will turn red if you don't have enough stock to cover for that shipment. So currently I'm going to plan a shipment. Let's see what Amazon has got for us. Okay, so it was broken down to 3 fulfillment centers. We're going to try to get it all to 1 fulfillment center. But before that, let me just want to talk about this feature here, try with a random address. This is how you can sometimes when you plan your shipment with a different address, you get better fulfillment centers. You can use that, and it will still create with your real address. So that's another trick that we have. Let's try to consolidate to this fulfillment center here, since that's probably the closest to my warehouse. All right, so it looks like we were actually able to get a full consolidation. So that's why we have the match score. Match score of 100 means that the system was actually able to get a full consolidation where the entire quantity that you plan is going to go to this single fulfillment center. We can now go ahead and hit create to create the shipment. The shipment ID will populate here after a few seconds, and then you can go into the shipment and finish it up, as we will see in just a second. Now, if your match score is anything less than 100, you would want to check to see the differences. There are different methods how you can keep pushing it in order to achieve a 100% match. But for most of our customers, they were able to get a 100% match score of full consolidation for most of the time, and that's been a huge money saver for them, because you don't have to split your shipments across the country or whatever. Let's try to see. Let's open up an existing shipment and see what features we have over there. I'm going to change to a different account here. This is a list of shipments. Let's see which one is a good example. Let's open up this one. All right, so here in the shipment, this is the last shipment ending in 7ZZ on Amazon. Here you have a beautiful summary of all details on the shipment. Here on the left side, you see the shipment SKUs. On the right side, you see the boxes. You can expand to see what's in each box. I'll show you in a second how we got to this point of the boxes, but these are the boxes. You can print the box labels, the pallet labels, and you can also submit your box content. This is how you send it over to Amazon, and instead of having to upload the spreadsheets with all the box details, you can submit it right from this portal. Then you do prep and ship, and this is how you choose how you're going to ship it. So you're going to ship it small parcel or LTL, and you can actually get Amazon partners carrier rates here inside the portal. You drop in the pallet details, or if it's small parcel, you put in the box weight and dimensions, and Amazon will come back with the rate. You can accept it, and then purchase the shipping, and you're done. Okay, so let's go back a second and see how we get to the point of getting the boxes in. So if your items always come packed the same way, you can have a preset, and then you can use this feature, box all with case quantity. Let me demonstrate it. I'm going to delete all the boxes. Okay, no boxes now. So as you can see here, the first 2 items have a preset. This one is 10 per case, this one is 5 per case. The other 2 don't have a preset. So with items that have a preset, you can do box all with case quantity. This will drop everything with a click of a button, and this is how you can box an entire shipment in just a split second. The other items, you can use manual boxing. So add all to new box. Let's create a single box for this one. Let's create multiple boxes for this one. So it's 52 units. Let's divide it up to, I don't know, 12 per unit, 12 per box. Save. So now we just created a few more boxes. Again, you have the box labels, the pallet labels. You submit box content, and boom, your shipment is done. Now, if you had inventory, this would also be the point. If you had your inventory with Nineyard, with Planard, this would be the point where you deduct your local inventory with this shipment. So the shipment goes out of your inventory. Let's quickly jump into Planard. Any questions so far?
Yeah, my question is, obviously there's a lot of changes with the Amazon fees happening this year. Have you guys pivoting to help sellers? I mean, I think that understanding inventory levels and overstock and understock is great, because people will be able to manage some of those low inventory fees that are coming in a little bit better, and long-term storage fees. But also there is the send to one fulfillment center fee that's come in now, which is, I mean, obviously it's going to be case dependent on what the seller actually needs at the time, but there's things are always moving and changing. So is this something that Nineyard will keep up to date with and adjust software accordingly?
Yeah, so that's a great question. As a matter of fact, everyone is asking about the new fees that are going to come out in in March.
Yeah.
And you know, after going back and forth with Amazon and reviewing the literature that they share, currently it's unclear whether, you know, the changes will impact API generated shipments at all. Shipments like that you create in Nineyard. They haven't released any API updates to reflect the changes. So we can only wait and see how it's going to be different. However, Nineyard has a very good track record of adapting to these changes. So back in June and July, Amazon made huge changes in API, and thankfully we were ready to rock it, and we brought in a lot of changes to accommodate Amazon's API changes. So yeah.
I think it's great to know that you've got that peace of mind when you're plugging in this powerful software. And do you recommend you'd need to have Planard and Shipyard really together rather than just having one or the other to really help streamline this whole process?
Right. So to be honest, we have many more customers just using Shipyard. The reason for that is because Shipyard is really just a tool rather than a whole system. Planard is a full system, and a lot of people have just their own software that they're using for inventory. So Shipyard is a tool. It's relatively cheap. It's $249 a month. If you compare it to the savings that you're going to save with avoiding the split shipments, it's really a fraction. But if you complement it with the Planard and with your inventory, of course, you get much more for your money. There's one more thing that I wanted to mention here about Shipyard is that we recently released Nineyard, which is our analytics. I mentioned it earlier. Currently, anyone that has Shipyard can get access to the analytics free of charge. It's in beta, so we're making it available for all Shipyard customers, and it has beautiful reports, profit report, KPI dashboards. I'll review it after Planard, but that's just another tidbit on Shipyard.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. So let's jump into Planard quickly. So I'm going to first show the forecast. So the forecast is going to tell you how much to order from your vendors, and that's after setting up your vendor details. So with each vendor, you can provide purchase days and lead days. So tell us how long it takes from when you place the order until you get it. Tell us how many days of stock you want to have with this vendor, and then we'll be able to give you a good suggestion how much to order from your vendor. You then go on and create products. So products is like the Nineyard SKU, which is going to be used to carry your inventory, and then you would map all your SKUs, your channel SKUs would be mapped to the product, and then they will start feeding off the local stock that you have on the product. So you can have multiple marketplaces integrated. We have currently, let me show you a list of integrations that we have at the moment. So obviously Amazon, all marketplaces, US, Europe, and Far East. We have Walmart also for US and Canada. eBay, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, Shopify, and Wayfair. So BigCommerce was actually released just today, and I'm very excited about it.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can also have multiple variations, meaning different packs and bundles. They can all be mapped to different products. And when we tell you how much to order, we will do that after factoring in all the sales that came in from all the marketplaces. And so let me show you a couple of examples. Sorry. So first of all, of course, the data is not real. So let's see. So you have this first item, shows here that it sells 788 pieces a day. And because of that, we want you to order 48,000, okay? So first of all, where does it sell 78 a day? Let me see. Let's see about that. Okay, so if you expand, you can see the SKUs that are mapped to this product. We're dealing with 2 FBA listings. The first one is a pack of 15, and the second one is a pack of 25. So the first listing is doing 46 a day. If you multiply that times 15, you get to a much higher number. And the next one is back at 25, again, 3.5 a day times 25. And you can also see exactly how much we're going to order per each marketplace. And in this way, you can also have Walmart SKUs show up and eBay and all the rest. You can see the velocity for each of those. Okay, so, but still, why do we need 48,000? Can you give me a breakdown? Let's do a breakdown. Okay, you open the sidebar, and in the sidebar, you'll see exactly what's happening here. First of all, you see who the vendor is. You see how many days you're going to purchase, what calendar days you're going to fill. And then you get the total demand. Total demand is your general velocity multiplied by the purchasing days. You're purchasing 180 days of this 788. Okay, so that totals to 141,000. Now we're going to deduct what we already have in stock. So we have in stock in FBA we have 24,000. We have locally we have 68,000. A total of 92,000. That's how we go from 141 to 48,000. Okay, if we're happy with the suggestion, we can just click on it, and again, it could be rounded by case, and you can go ahead and create a purchase order or multiple purchase orders. The forecast, yeah, it looks like this is going to be one PO. In here, we can choose an item because it could be purchased from multiple vendors. So we're going to create 2 POs. All right, if you convert, it creates a PO. Let's go back for a second. So in here, you can filter by vendor. So decide, okay, let's say I'm going to review all items belonging to vendor ABC. Okay, put that in. That will show you all the items belonging to that vendor. There's another very useful feature in that the product details page. If you click on any product, it shows you exactly what's been happening in this product. Let's see if we have a better example. Okay. So first you start with sales charts. You can choose different time frames, and then you can see how much you have in each warehouse, what the valuation is for this product, all the purchase orders, when they're going to come, where you ordered it from, you know, how much you ordered. You can quickly jump into a PO by clicking this link. Then you have the history. History is very important. It's like, it acts like a ledger, you know, showing you what came in, what went out, with a timestamp, and also the user that performed that inventory change. So that's really helpful to get a deep understanding of what's been happening with this product. Let's cover purchase orders. I think we skipped the product page. So product page is a list of all your products showing all the inventory that you have. So inbound is what you have on PO. Local is what you have in local stock, what you have in FBA. All right, so this is just a list of products. No suggestions here, just a list of products. Then we have the purchase orders. On POs, you can receive in full, receive in part. You can use different statuses. This one doesn't allow you. Whatever, you can have draft working, inbound, receiving. You can print it and send it to your vendor. You can export it and use push it to QuickBooks. You can also create a shipment from the PO. You know, so if you ordered, let's say, 1,000 units, and the order was intended part for this marketplace and part for that marketplace, or part for a 2-pack and part for a 6-pack, you can all get that. You can get actually that data here by using Create Shipment, because everything will be embedded here in the Create Shipment. And this takes you right into Shipyard.
That Create Shipment is for your stock to go into Amazon.
Exactly.
Okay, so you can do that there as well. Awesome. Yeah.
So that's basically okay. So there's another thing that Planard offers, and that's inventory sync. So inventory sync means it will make available, it will push live your local inventory towards the marketplaces. So let's say you have an FBM listing, and instead of having to go to that listing on Amazon and update the local stock, update how much available stock you have for that item, we can push the local stock constantly. So whenever there's an FBA shipment for that item, it will deduct the available quantity, and it will push the new quantity. If you have multiple marketplaces and you sell on one marketplace, we would adjust the new inventory for all marketplaces and push that inventory live to the other marketplaces. All right, so then we have, okay, so let's take a quick peek at analytics. All right, so it starts with some sales fees, cost of goods. So these are KPIs. You can choose different time frames and compare them one with the other. Here we have some charts on spend, profit, cost of goods, other stuff here that you can choose, to add, remove. Want to compare one with this with that, and so on.
And
Here you see
are those
trending items.
analytics, sorry to interrupt, are those analytics updated in real time, or is there a bit of a time lag for those numbers to come through?
I'm pretty sure it's in real time.
Okay.
Maybe with every 10 minutes for it to being updated.
Coming from Amazon, yeah, or whatever platform it is.
Correct. So trending items is sorry. Your top selling items, items that have been blowing out of the clouds, recently started skyrocketing. So here you have some more sales, your top items in sales and profits, ROI, stock holdings. Which one are the heaviest in stock holdings? Which one are considered overstock? Highest in PPC spend, items that need to be replenished, items that are out of stock. You can also see, your daily quantity loss, profit loss. All right.
Yeah,
Not
great.
so exciting to look at.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a great way to be able to just get a real-time review on how the business is going, and whether to pivot, what to change, and what to add, or what to delete.
Yeah. So then you have so the profit report. So this is the profit by merchandise. So you can group it by SKU, ASIN, product, and see very important profit details. So how many orders, how many quantities sold, total revenue, returns, return rate, cost of goods, selling fees, fulfillment fees, PPC cost. Then you have gross profit, net profit, storage fees. Okay, and you have a lot more that you can add, a lot more columns that you can add here. You can have this same profit report, but by date. Then you have sales reports, monthly snapshots, and what I was saying about the Shipyard users. So Shipyard user can now have access to that. If you're using Planard, we have the cost from the purchase order. If you're not using Planard, you can upload your cost here. So in cost details, you would put in a cost, item cost, or prep cost. You can do it in bulk, obviously. And we would then use your imported cost to show you all the data that I showed. Profit and loss is one of our most recent reports. Let's see if it shows up. No, I think we're there. Yeah. So every month. I don't even know how to read this. I don't know what I'm seeing, what I'm looking at, but I'm sure everyone knows what a P&L is. Okay, so a few things to finish it up. So you can have as many users as you like. We don't charge per user. You can have user permissions, roles and permissions, to give limited access to certain people.
Yeah.
You can have multiple warehouses. Integrations we covered. Yeah, in terms of pricing for Planard, so Planard is tier-based. The lowest tier is at $199 a month, and that can take you up to 10,000 monthly orders. And then it starts going up at 60,000 monthly orders. We at 575, and so on. All right, I think we covered it all.
Yeah, so I think Planard and Shipyard is a really incredible tool if you've got multiple SKUs and you're on multiple platforms. Would you agree, Abe?
Yeah. Planard is really probably your most your top inventory system if you have multiple variations, packs and bundles, and items selling on multiple marketplaces. This is probably your best bet for inventory management.
Yeah, it looks really powerful and super amazing. And if somebody wanted to sign up, is there a dedicated team that helps with support? Like, what kind of support level is there if people need to get a little bit of training to get started and things like that?
Right. So first of all, with Shipyard, you probably don't need much training. It's I have a video demo that I share with every new sign up. We also have chat support, which are being handled very quickly. And obviously you can always call in if you want to speak to a representative.
Yeah.
With Planard, yeah, you do get a dedicated representative that helps you with, you know, the first month with setting up the account, creating all the products, uploading your stack, mapping the SKUs. Everything is, and you get support with onboarding and also how to use it efficiently in the first couple of weeks. And sure, I think customer support is, from what I'm hearing from customers, is probably one of the strong points that Nineyard has to offer.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Abe. That was amazing. And we have a special offer for Proboxx customers. So if anybody wants to get onto Nineyard and really take their stock management to the next level, we're offering 10% off, and I'm going to put in a special link on the recording, which will go up on YouTube. So it'll be in the description, so that if you want to get that plan, you can get 10% off. And just mention Proboxx when you chat to the team when you go through that process. And I'll also put the web address for Nineyard up as well, Abe, on the description in the YouTube recording. And I think that's it. So thank you so much for your time, Abe. It's been a pleasure and super, super awesome to see how this powerful tool works.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hosting us. And let's keep in touch. Thank you so much.
Sounds great. Thanks, Abe. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.